Well, folks, since Godzilla X Kong is coming out later this week, and since Godzilla Minus One is not really available on digital yet, thought I would have another nostalgic rave with one of my favorite installments in the franchise, and the first installment of the Millennium Era. I've been wanting to talk about this movie for a while, and now the time's finally upon me. So let's open up Godzilla 2000. This film came about due to the blowback from the highly divisive 1998 film, and also serves another her reboot of the continuity in Japan, which at the time the franchise had been in hiatus for nearly a decade, if not longer, and also marks the first appearance of Kitagawa Tsutomu as the body double for Godzilla, and also a new recurring episode Orga uh, of the Millennium. I see what they did there, with their body double being Ito Makoto. And I must say, managed to tread a nice little fine line between the more over the top Monster vs. Monster slugfests that led to that before the Beast One hiatus, and also some of the more uncertain climates and more often darker, more serious storytelling of a 1954 film, albeit with concern being a potential ending crisis and even some allusions to the Millennium Bug. And someone who's old enough to remember backing up their files on one point will make floppies, but just in the off chance things went dark. It definitely captured the moments, and it's a film that I never passed a chance to revisit, and while it wasn't a huge hit by any means it did garner a cult following at home, and it's near Japan, was successful enough to produce multiple installments, both of which I've talked about out in the past. The other ones have included Tokyo SOS and also Godzilla Final Wars, and definitely another one presents interesting case study finds evolution about how characters proceed over time and how different trends and ideas of the time can influence a character. So it definitely worth thinking about when I go see the new one this Friday. I also find some of the pot shots at Emmerich's next American films somewhat amusing. Not just the reporter subplot in this movie, he poking fun at the much maligned role Maria Petito had in the 1998 film, but also the Millennium aliens looking eerily similar, albeit in much more low fidelity form, to the ones Independence Day. Hey, I definitely can take that jab in stride. I mean, yeah. And also, like how, no matter which dub of the film you're watching, at least in the English sense, they deliberately made it in the over the top spirit of the earlier installments. Especially like the line of the experimental missiles that would go through Godzilla like crap through a goose. And also the descriptor on my Max profile of the adult language, which is barely passed for muster in a typical rerun of The Simpsons King of the Hill that I've known to just leave on in the background when I'm writing or just playing my Switch, kind of like that. So even as my output might be scaled back a bit going to summer, I definitely still might like to have the series return on a whenever I feel like it basis, and also going to have other videos on a much more loose schedule. including a series I'm going to be starting up tomorrow. You'll have to wait and see what it is, but you might say it's a bit extreme, so to speak. That it's all for now. I'll see you all again very soon, so take care, everyone.